going on, fam? I'm over here at work painting. Will, I'm getting it done, bro. I just had to take a little pause. I gotta talk to you guys about something because it's important. Obviously, you probably already know there is a war for your mind and there's a war for your tongue. And it's obvious, by the way, that all these social media giants and even governments and their I'm back. Let me turn these Bluetooth things off. Alright, let me sit here in the grass, away from the AC, over in the shade, by this tree. Oh, there's an animal up there. Please don't jump on me. Alright, fam. I'll just run it back. So obviously, all right, the reason why I'm doing this live right now is because I got censored again on Facebook. And I'm trying to choose my words carefully, you know, because I love Jesus, but I really hate all this censorship. It's disgusting. Obviously, there's a war for your mind. There's a war for your tongue. A lot of people can't even think unless they're speaking. Like my wife, she'll vent to me, and you know, married men, if you haven't figured this out already, it's probably a good idea to ask your wife before she starts talking about stuff. Is this a problem-solving thing, or is this a venting thing? And if it's a problem-solving thing, then just be careful that that's actually is what it is, because once you start trying to solve the problems, you know, sometimes you might get I just wanted you to listen. That's the venting part. If she's venting, bro, just shut up and listen. And be like, oh, yeah, I understand. Oh man, I feel your pain. You know, just shut up and listen. And then when it's all done, even if you're like, yo, I know exactly what you should do to fix all this, just shut up, man. Just shut up and pray. Let the Lord help her, man. And you know, she'll come around and start trusting that when it's venting time, that you'll have something actually valuable to share with her. There's a war for your mind. There's a war for your tongue. I live in America. The very First Amendment is recognizing the right to freely speak, whether it's a fact, if it's an opinion, it doesn't matter. You should be able to speak your mind, because how are you going to figure things out if you can't talk about them? If all you have is your own perspective and you can't talk to somebody else who has a different perspective, how are you ever going to come to the right side? If you're wrong and if you're humble, you should be able to talk to people. You should be able to speak with people who have a different perspective, so that you could come to a better opinion, a better idea, a better way of seeing things, a more correct paradigm. If you can't talk to people about this stuff, then you're stuck. So Facebook, you want to censor me again. And I am sick of it. So since you want to remove my post, I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to try my best to curb my language, because there are good Christians listening here. So I posted about PayPal. If y'all didn't already know about PayPal, if you're using PayPal, they updated their terms of agreement. They updated it. And guess what they put inside of that agreement? Now, I could be off a little in some of the stuff I'm saying, and I'm sure that at some point this post will get removed just like the last one. But do your own research, okay? Don't just take my word for it. They put in their agreement for you to use their service. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm outside, full bars, full connectivity, and I keep having to reconnect. I wonder why that is. I'm not going to make any assumptions, but I have an idea. They throttle people, you know. Anyways, so PayPal want to put in their new service agreement that if they catch you saying something they don't like, because the language is very vague, okay, they want to put specific details in there, but then they also put a little clause that makes it so vague that basically if you say something that they don't like, they can fine you $2,500. Is that even legal? I don't know. Is it? You decide for yourself. But just because, okay, and then what happened? Okay, I forgot about this part. What happened after that? So after that goes out and then people see it on the news and stuff. Not the news, because the news isn't going to talk about that, but you know, on social media here and there. Oh, what? You're gonna fine us $2,500 for saying something you don't like? And then they walked it back. You know, that language actually wasn't supposed to be in our new terms of agreement. It, you know, I don't know how that happened. It was just a typo. Reconnecting. I'm trying to get through the throttle right now. Okay, so it was just this big accident. We don't know how that language got into that. We don't have people that read this stuff before we put it out. We don't have any people to vet these new service agreements that are going out to everybody. It was an accident. Sorry about that. But it's back in there now. So, you know, so much for that being an accident. So, will they walk it back again? Is it legal? These are questions that I'm asking publicly because I should have the right to. And I don't have much to say about my own opinions. Oh, Pops, you want to join? Come on through. Come on through. This is my dad, everybody. He is a wonderful guy, very smart. I've actually never done this before, so I'm trying to allow. Okay. Maybe it's just moving slow. Bring him on the camera. My phone was working great. Everything was working great. So I'm not sure what's going on. Might just take a while, you know, for certain people to get stuff done when they're trying to talk about stuff that other people don't like. So it's adding data right now. I'm not sure when it's gonna go through, but I'll just continue, and then when you come on through, then you can say your piece. So let me just talk about the bigger picture for a moment for you Christian fundamentalists. Sorry, trying to get in. It's okay. You know, I'll just talk until you are able. So, for you Christian fundamentalists, the idea of the Antichrist operating in this world, you know, some people don't like to think about, some people want to call, talk about conspiracy theories and stuff like that. But if we see things from a spiritual perspective, obviously there is warring in the spirit. And obviously there are powers that be, whether they're human or whether they're humans influenced by principalities or whether they are just some kind of spirit creatures themselves. Who knows? I don't know these things. Don't ask me. But what I do know is that the scripture tells us that the spirit of the Antichrist is coming, but the spirit of Antichrist is already operating in this world. So, what do we believe about Christ himself, the word of the living God, the word sent forth from God? So if the spirit of Antichrist is operating in this world, then obviously it is also the spirit of anti-word, which means it's also the spirit of anti-speech and anti-free thought. And so, just so you know, it's not just some big conspiracy theory. Oh, they're trying to shut down Kanye West. They're trying to silence Kanye West. They want to silence the sitting president of the United States. Not this one. I don't know why they haven't silenced him, because he doesn't make a whole lot of sense when he's talking. So not much of an opinion to share there. They removed the sitting president of the United States from Twitter. They removed Alex Jones. Who's Alex Jones? Conspiracy theorist? Who knows? I don't have an opinion on Alex Jones. I don't know him. But I think he should have the right to free speech. Have to think about the fact that PayPal is a private company. They can censor language used across platforms that utilize. Okay, but even so, are they allowed to fine their users for using speech that they don't like? I understand the idea of, okay, they're a private company. And you know what? I think my opinion on this has changed a little bit, because we have example after example that these aren't just private companies. These companies have government tentacles in them, and they're not just operating on their own accord. When we talk about social media, this is a huge problem. When we talk about the communications companies in the Bush era and going into the Obama era, they were operating with the government, maybe not to censor, but to spy on American citizens. This is common knowledge now. And it used to be a conspiracy theory. It used to be this Orwellian conspiracy theory. It's happening, and it's continued to happen since 2001, and probably before that. I mean, what happened with I don't know the whole issue with Nixon, Watergate. I don't honestly know anything about that. Look up Prism. Exactly. That is exactly what I'm talking about. You have a splitter in your company that's sending not just information internally, but sending it straight to the government. That's Prism. I'm fired up. I need to go back to work, guys. And I wish I was able to bring Pops on for this. But you know what? Hopefully he'll come on to Astroville soon. I love you guys. I just want to encourage y'all to speak freely and think freely. And press this stuff. Press it. I'm getting censored on Facebook, so I'm going to keep talking about it. And I'm not going to stop. And if they want to take me off of Facebook, go ahead and take me off of Facebook. I'll still shout it from the rooftops, because I believe that there is fundamental truth. And I believe in freedom of speech and freedom of thought. I'm out.